Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing another unboxing. This time we're going to do a legitimate Transformers. So this is HOTLINK from the Netflix original TV series that's upcoming for Transformers War for Cybertron. And again, this is HOTLINK. So, you know, the way this goes, these videos, I'm going to show you what the box looks like, all the sides. And I got to tell you right away, I saw the Megatron last week and it's a repaint of the Siege one that we had already. I know the silver looks pretty good, but today when I saw HOTLINK, even though it's a repaint of Starscream, there's something about this black and dark purple. I just had to pick him up, and oddly enough, he's $10 cheaper. Megatron is $60 right now in Walmart, and I got HOTLINK for $50. They're both the same size. So let's take a closer look at the figure while he's still in the box. Outside of the packaging, I know it's a repaint of the Starscream mold, but damn, it looks good. It also comes with two Weapon Masters, Heat Burn and Heat Stroke. And then just looking them in, I love that black and that dark purple. And then of course, for comparison, we're going to compare him to the Starscream. Same transformation, guys. It still comes into that Tetra Jet, but I'm loving this color. And then here we have Heat Stroke. I think the only way you can tell them apart is the color of their visor. So that was Heat Stroke, and this is Heartburn. And again, they're both Weapon Masters, very easy to transform. And then they have that little silicone, makes it look like the gun is firing. And of course, they give you the instructions. You know, the instructions to transform them, it's not terribly hard, but if you need them, they are always in the packaging. And then the packaging itself, I'm not sure if the toy is actually molded into it now, but this was hard to pull out, especially around the tips over his head. And then taking a closer look at, we'll see, this is Heartburn. Nice mold, light blue coloring. You just flip over the top to get the gun portion on him, and then we tab the legs together, flipping them over. Of course they're going to come apart, but at the hip it kind of swivels up. And you tab the back of the feet into the top of the gun, make sure that the feet clip together. Straighten everything out. Straighten out the arms, and then you have a nice gun aesthetic. Then the fun little silicone mechanic to make it look like the gun is blasting. And I gotta say, it looks pretty nice. I don't have many of these other than the camera transformer. He comes with a little flash, but these look pretty good on the two guns. And then we get another look at HOTLINK with his two Weapon Masters. And I gotta show you again with the light more on him. The detailing, it was a hell of a mold, great sculpture, and again, I am in love with this paint job. Very clean back. Yeah, you could say that it's the plain kibble, but I don't know, I like the way that the wings and that little part of the cockpit work all together. Now, to transform him, again, it's the same thing as Starscream. We're going to pop off his guns, fold his wings back, and then both of his arms, we have to open up this compartment, and we're going to rotate his hand inside. And then there is a bend and a little ratchet there that we're going to put his arm back together to shorten it, and then make sure you turn it out so that the screw is visible. And we'll do that on the other side as well. And if you guys like this All Hail Megatron song, my brother actually does it. You can find him on SoundCloud. Just search for DJ George Rizzi, and I'll leave a link in the description as well. Now for the back part, this is the only little tricky part. We have to release the back part of the plane, so the thruster part, the silver thruster part on the top, actually has to be untabbed so that you can move the back, rather the wings and the front of the plane. This has to come down, which it's actually a pain, and I had to do it with two hands. I apologize for this, guys, but really it's just a scissors action. You bring down the left and the right part of the plane to make the nose, and you snap them together. Really simple. I'm sorry I didn't catch it on camera, but don't worry, you didn't miss anything. You just have to untab that top part of the thruster, and then scissors the left and right side, and they come around and they make the nose of the plane. And I mean, it happens to all of us. I had just gotten him out of the box, and I'm like, I remember how to transform, so let me get to him. So we come back up to the head, and there is a plastic piece that will fold up and tab into the back of his head, and we're going to push it down into that cavity. It won't go all the way back yet, but that's okay. We come to the front, the chest plate, and that will just snap up with your fingernail, and we'll push it up, and now we can push the head fully into the back cavity, and it'll fit in nice and snug. Go back to the front of the figure, and now what we're going to do is we're going to close the feet. I know it looks like he's wearing high heels where that thruster port is for his feet. They did make it look better in Earthrise with Starscream, but this is the way it looks for us. So we're going to rotate the waist, and we're going to fold up both legs. Now we have both legs in the proper position. So just a side view. Now I'm going to show you, there is this H porthole right here where you can peg in the legs, and if you look on the side of the leg where the calf should be, there's going to be kind of like an inverted M or a W, and you're going to push those in, and they're going to tab in to the reversed part of the hip, and the feet will go right in. Now on both arms there are 2 holes, and those are going to tab into the legs, and you can see that right there. So it takes a little work to put them in there. The shoulder is going to come off on this weird angle, but it's meant to come down like that. You're going to see it's very intuitive once you get the arms open, and you're going to peg in the arms on the side. This is going to create the bottom base of your 3-tiered jet, your 3-pronged jet. I forgot the proper lingo, what they call it. These are the Cybertron. It's not a real jet yet, it's one of their spaceships. So now you're going to fold down the wings, and the cockpit and the nose are going to ratchet forward. And at first it feels like you're going to break them a little bit, but don't worry about it. You just have to push them forward. If you look at the back, you can see the way the arms come down. They're meant to fit in there in that weird angle. So we're still going the right way, guys. So you have to get the wings to tab underneath the nose, which for this figure is a little easier said than done. I had to work it back and forth. You get one side, the other side pops out. Trust me, guys, the Starscream was like this the first time I did it too. You just have to work it back and forth until you hear it clip in, and you have to make sure that the cockpit and the nose is all the way over the body. So you might want to give it an extra little push or pull, because you can see the divots. There's little angles on all the sides, like you can see when it's properly overlapped. So what I wound up doing was pushing down on it with the palms of my hands and both thumbs, and everything just clicked together nicely. And come around to the back, and the last thing that we need to do is just angle down and re-tab the thrusters, and there we have our Cybertron HOTLINK jet. And again, I like that color. You know, you got the legs at the bottom, but when it's on the shelf or a table, you don't really see it as much. You know, they had to cheat a little bit from the vehicle mode to get a nice looking Decepticon figure, but you know, it doesn't bother me. It looks great the way it is. You know, for children playing with this is great for flying around, and for the adults and collectors, you know, it sits nice on the display pegs. So, you know, it works both ways. Like, for me, I'm going to have him displayed on the shelf in this mode, and you just add the guns at the bottom. I tried adding the Battle Masters, but they just don't seem to sit right. He'll be too wobbly. So, you have to put these guns in, and again, you can shoot the little silicone flares. You can have those on them as well. That looks pretty cool. So, like I said, $50, I found them for $50 at Walmart, $10 cheaper than the same size Megatron, and I just love the color, love the way he looks. He's going to be proudly displayed on the shelf, my Transformer shelf. I'm happy with the pickup. If you find them, you know, I have to recommend this figure that you pick it up. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like it if you did, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. As you can see, I have a big stack of Transformers that I have to get through during this pandemic. So again, if you like the stuff, guys, please come on back. I'll be happy to have you. Until then, guys, keep safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you later.